Okay, Nick here. I want to show you a couple of pictures that I took this morning on February 23rd, 2025, here in southern Massachusetts. This first picture was taken at 4:48 a.m. And here's the moon. Okay, now the moon is pointing east. Okay, and it's dark out. It's nighttime. And if you drew a line from here down to there, that's where the sun would be if we lived on a rotating globe, Earth. Okay. The moon is pointing east. Okay, or the light of the moon is pointing east. And the other side of the moon, which you can't see, is dark because this side of the moon is blocking the sun from hitting this side of the moon. Okay? Now, at dark time, at nighttime, flat earthers say that the sun cannot reach far enough to light up the moon. Therefore, the light is its own light, just as they say that the Bible says that the moon is its only light. Now, the moon is, in the Bible, called the lesser of the two lights. God created two lights in the sky. The sun is the greater light, and the moon is the lesser light. Now, what would lesser mean? Lesser could mean that it's lesser than light, that it's reflective light. It doesn't mean it's smaller than the sun, because the moon is generally appears bigger than the sun, so it doesn't mean it's smaller. Okay, and so lesser light means less than the sun's light. Okay, now I believe that that's called reflective light. All us globies believe that it's lesser than light. Reflective light off the sun. Now it's very easy to quantify this. Anybody can do it. Just look up the sky and you can see that every time you see the moon, whether it's daytime or nighttime, the side of the moon that is ever lit up is always the side facing the sun. Okay, so at nighttime, even though you can't see the sun, and if you track the sun where it should be on the other side of the earth, it would be facing the sun. Now, this is a picture taken at 6:35 a.m., same day. Okay, and look at the signature profile. The signature profile of that moon at 4:48 when it was dark out, when the sun couldn't possibly hit it according to flat earthers. And the signature profile when the sun is out, okay, because it's after dawn, the sun is hitting the moon. You can see the brightness of the sky. Okay, this is more of a close-up. So it has the same signature profile. Now, if the moon was its own light and it was lighting itself up, why does it have the same signature profile? There's no reason for it to have the same signature profile at two different times of the day. One when the sun is out and one when the sun is not seen and the earth is dark. We're dark. The same signature profile means, to me, and the same base direction, east, and this is also east. Okay. The sun, if you drew a line this way, the sun is here in the morning. Okay, these photos are taken the same time. The sun is this way. If you drew a line from here to the sun, that would be the place where the sun would be. You take here, and because we're rotating, see, when we rotate like this, we're rotating towards the sun. Okay. As we rotate towards the sun, this angle, you see this angle, the straight up and down angle here, or this angled here, is when we turn. So we turn, that angle appears to be straightening out, but the sun doesn't move and the moon doesn't move for that 20-hour period, or it moves very little. So the signature of the moon is the same, whether it's night or day. Tells me that its source of light comes from one source. Okay, it wouldn't have any reason to stay the same signature of light if it was its own light, whether day or night. It should always be different if it's not dependent on the light of the sun, or the light of one source we call the sun. So if that's the case, and I believe it is, and I have almost 40 videos showing that whenever the moon's light is facing to the east, the sun is to the east of the moon. Whenever the sun appears to the west of us, the west side of the sun is lit up. Okay, so the moon's light always tracks the position and light of the sun. Now, how does flat Earth stand up to this? Stand up to this globe model? It doesn't. Because the only way the flat Earth can exist is that the moon is its own light, because they can't account for night and day. Because the sun has to stop halfway through their pie-shaped Earth. Somehow it has to stop before it hits the moon. You get it? So the flat Earth not only can't exist, not only doesn't exist, but it can't exist. There's no, because the moon only gets its light from the sun. It's not its own light. It's lesser than light. Okay, it's reflective light. It doesn't have much glare at all. My camera, when it's really dark out, okay, my camera has a tough time with its with capturing the moon. Okay, because it can't filter out. But you can see that there's very little glare for the moon itself. One little wispy cloud and you can't see the moon anymore. Not so for the sun. The sun shines through the clouds, causes a lot of glare. So if the moon's only light is reflective light from the sun, then flat Earth can't exist. It doesn't exist. It's not possible. All right, Nick out.